SiR is a TDE member, and November is his debut album, and he has had an EP out last year, and it was pretty alright. It didn't really have that much of an impact on me, to be honest. I thought it was just some nice soft R&B music. I thought there was some potential in him though. I think he does have a pretty good voice. And November is a very short album, like 33 minutes or something, and I was quite intrigued to hear what this album would sound like, and I thought I'd give it quite a few listens. And it's okay. It's just okay, honestly. I think this is a decent debut. SiR shows that he's got some pretty good vocals. He can make some really nice R&B music, at points quite sexy too. But as this kind of music goes, it always ends up falling into one category, and that one category is vibing music. This is just vibes, you know, like I mean, like this is like the kind of thing that you might want to put on in the background while you're doing other things, and it's sort of like that sort of chilled out music that works in quite a lot of different kind of scenarios and settings. It would work if you're about to get it on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It would work just if you're doing cleaning. It would work if you've got a few friends over. Maybe you gotta get it on with your friends, maybe, you know. But mostly it's just there, sitting, sounding nice, and that's all I've got from this album, honestly. that's the best I can get. Like, I've listened to this quite a lot of times, and each time it's just given me the same feeling. Something Foreign has a really solid feature from Schoolboy Q. I think he does add quite a lot of diversity to the track, because, you know, hearing SiR sing as much as he does, there are points where he, like, doesn't sound as good as he like previously did. It's kind of weird. Like, he has moments where he sounds really good, but then he does that kind of Miguel thing where, like, Miguel can sing really well, but then he sort of goes out of key every now and then, and it's just a bit like off-putting, kind of puts you out of the element a little bit. There's a track, The Evils or Devils, kind of like a play on words there, which has this really strange sample in the background with the it sounds a bit like the sample in Happy Ending by Hobson, but it's like a really like less annoying version of that. Like, it's an okay version of it. Like, you can listen to it and not really want to like throw everything out your window. It sounds decent enough. And I suppose that's what makes this album a little bit different to your standard vibing albums, because like the production does offer some interesting moments like that track, but then like halfway through the album everything just comes to a stop because of the one song that is it's terrible. It's a terrible song, my god, it's atrocious. The song is I Know, and I don't know what the hell he was doing with his vocals here. Like, he does this auto-tuning thing, and it might be one of the worst songs I've heard all year. I know it's like 21 or whatever days into the year, but like still, it is like one of the just the worst, man. He's like wow 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 wow, like that's what his voice sounds like, and it's just like, to say how good he can sing, and then he just comes through with this, like, it just interrupts everything. Utter shite, honestly. But that is the worst offender on the album. Like, that was the only point on this album where I was like, I can't listen to this. And yeah, you know, throughout the album we do get some nice jazzy, soulful samples, like on War, and he sings so well on this song, but I think the thing that ruins it for me is the lyrical theme. Like, he's talking about like being like he's talking about another woman, okay, but he's using like this firing a gun and like missing her heart metaphor, and saying how like he needs more ammunition so he can try again, that kind of thing. Like, it's just not a very good lyrical theme, honestly. It's a bit corny, not really something I particularly am into, but it's just such a shame because how good he sounds on this song. This might be his best vocal performance on the whole thing, and it's just kind of ruined by that slight hiccup with the lyrics, really. The track Better is a bit reverb heavy and honestly sounds a bit too like watery. Like, it sounds like it's just like being recorded under water. Like, his vocals are really muffled, the instrumental's not too great. Like, there are just like it's a few moments on this album where just it's like not quite as enjoyable as the previous song. That's kind of what makes me think that maybe there's not really as much to this album as I'd like there to be, because it's okay for what it is, but it's just like just not at the level of what a really solid R&B album should be at. I mean, it is only a debut. He's got potential, he's got a great voice, it's just he's not using everything to his advantage on every track. So I would say this is like a C minus, honestly. It's okay. I think SiR really did this R&B style so much better last year and ended up becoming really popular and successful from it, which sort of showed how good she was at an early stage. But SiR just isn't there yet. But it's interesting to see how he progresses and see if he collaborates with more TDE members, see if he eventually comes into his own on his future projects, because this is okay, just really background music, and at points comes to the forefront, but not in the ways you want it to be, because it's like not a very good song, or it's just only a handful of tracks that come to the forefront and grab your attention. So yeah, it's okay, but that's just my opinion. What do you think? If you've heard this album, let me know your thoughts on this album, and subscribe to the channel for more reviews too, and hit the notification button, and that's it. That's all I can say. Yeah, have a good day.